Happy Sunday, Griffins, and welcome to Griffin Gazette Live. I'm Maleah Fennessey.
And I'm Serena Barron.
Governor Newsom recently signed an executive order to start removing homeless encampments within California. What are the pros and cons of this newest order, and how will this affect our community?
Within LaSalle, the use of e-bikes is on the rise, but how does this affect students in the community of LaSalle? Should they be permitted on LaSalle?
This is news for the students.
This is Griffin Gazette Live.
On July 25, 2024, Governor Gavin Newsom signed Executive Order N-124, which directs government agencies to remove homeless encampments in locations including state parks, beaches, public facilities, and highways. The inhabitants will then be directed toward nearby homeless relief programs to receive aid in finding other shelter. Critics of this plan worry that the removal of these camps could simply lead to the dispersal of the unhoused in other areas of the state. Others have also claimed that Newsom's plan is merely a stopgap measure that doesn't address the true cause of these encampments: high cost of living and mental health problems. The order's benefits are still under debate, even as LA County has announced that it will not be participating in the clearouts. We go now to our field correspondent to find out what LaSalle students think about this issue.
Governor Newsom's new executive order about homeless encampments?
No.
Okay, so in late July, he signed an executive order to clear out homeless encampments in California, but a lot of people are really worried that this bill doesn't adequately address the actual root causes of homelessness. How do you feel about this bill?
I mean, if it fixed the problem of them being homeless, then I guess it's cool, but if not, then it's nah.
I would tend to agree with the people who say that it doesn't attack the root cause of homelessness, and I guess I'm not educated enough to say whether or not our infrastructure for the homeless would be able to handle more people being forced into the system.
I feel like that's good just to get them off the street and make it safer, because my family kind of lives in LA, and I only go to their house. We don't ever go to actual in the city.
How do you think LaSalle could help homeless students or homeless people near us?
I think we have a lot of clubs that are dedicated to helping people and going out into local communities. I think if some of them were to focus on this issue, then we might be able to at least do something.
Donations or fundraisers to provide more money to those programs, maybe.
Man, I'd just be spectating.
Okay, thank you.
From October 14th to October 30th, 24 students from Stuttgart, Germany will be visiting LAHS. Many students from both America and Germany are looking forward to this program. During this time, German students will shadow Griffins during their schedule and learn about school system and culture. They will also travel to Joshua Tree, Hollywood, and San Diego as a way to experience more of US's culture. For some of them, this will be their first time seeing a desert. On July 5th, Germany will return the favor by bringing LaSalle students to Germany and a similar experience in sightseeing and learning. If you want to help this program by hosting German students, reach out to Mr. Hansen.
In Orange County, there has been a new mode of transportation on the rise: the e-bike. Some argue that this increased use of e-bikes by students is a more eco-friendly method of transport, as it does not produce any emissions and consumes no gas, unlike cars do. Additionally, this method of transportation is very cost-effective, as most bikes cost less than a penny per mile to charge. However, some worry that e-bikes are too unsafe for students to use. According to attorneys at law, the spike in e-bike casualties and accidents has increased by 21% over the past 4 years. We go now to our correspondent in the field to see what students at LaSalle think about this issue.
Do you ride an e-bike?
I do not.
How do you feel about e-bikes?
I hate them.
Why do you hate them?
Because they always end up running me over when I'm walking to school.
It's also dangerous too because not a lot of kids follow the safety rules in regard to riding e-bikes.
I don't like e-bikes that much. I think they're embarrassing to go on. I think it's more cooler if you're just doing on a manual one.
Her brother fell off of one and got hit by a car.
I feel great about them. I feel like I cruise around, hanging out with my friends and people I know. I feel more connected, more instead of a friendship, like a family. So I really shout out to my e-bike at home.
I think the bikes are cool, but some of the people aren't.
Do you think we should add any more rules about e-bikes and how students can use them?
I think what we have is good. It's just students need to follow it more.
Riding on campus, that could be hazardous, you could run into someone or something.
I think rules, boundaries are good, but also if you feel like you're more mature, I guess they're fun. So I think we're good.
Probably make them less like, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
It feels Griffin Gazette. You just think they should be completely banned?
I think they should be completely banned. They should stop running me over.
That's so real. Okay.
In recent years, there has been an astounding resurgence of vintage and retro fashion amongst younger generations. A study by GWI Blog reveals that 54% of Gen Z like vintage clothing, as it is a strong aesthetic appeal. Even on LAHS's campus, students can be seen wearing Jinkos, a brand of jeans from the 80s that adopted a baggy and flare style. Additionally, thrifting in general has become quite popular. Capital One Shopping reports that the global second-hand market is estimated to be worth $230 billion as of this year. However, due to this rise in thrifting popularity, it is now becoming less affordable for those who have been using it as a resource for low income, before its fame. What is the reason behind a recent fascination with vintage clothing, and should students continue to partake in this thrifting craze?
LoSal, make sure to read today's articles and more at lahsgriffingazette.com.
Thank you for tuning in to Griffin Gazette Live, where we bring you the news you need to know.